Hi, and welcome to Rise, Heal, and Grow. I'm Leah M. Hill. This show is a podcast production of Apollo Sunrise Center, which is a holistic wellness retreat center in Newburyport, Massachusetts, offering interactive experiences for learning, transformation, and growth. On this show, we shine the light on those who nurture wellness and inspire positive change. My guest today is Paul Scoglio. He is a psychotherapist, a trauma therapist, a leadership coach, and an author. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you here today.
Thank you.
And
Nice
to talk
be here.
about your fascinating work that I'd love to hear a little bit more about. But you spent 4 decades in the psychology and human behavior area. Does that sound right?
Yeah,
Wow.
maybe longer.
Maybe longer. But over those, 40 some odd years, how has this whole psychology, psychotherapy, how has it like evolved over the years, even our human understanding of it? That's fascinating.
Well, it's probably better for me to say how it's evolved for me
Okay, let's do that.
than say how it's evolved in the world, because I don't know. It's like I started working at Danvers State Hospital.
Yes.
And their methodologies at the time, this was in the 1970s,
Okay.
was kind of archaic, because just after I left in 74, 3 years later, I worked at Beverly Hospital Psych Unit, and it was like 100 years had passed in terms of treatment.
Oh, wow. Okay, so let's just define it. So Danvers State Hospital it's no longer in existence,
Right.
but it was a state-run mental health institution.
Right. It was an insane asylum.
Right, where you began your career.
Yes, as a co-op student at Northeastern, and that was one of my co-op jobs was there. And I did
okay.
that for 3 years of study. Half the year was working and half the year was in class.
Right, okay. So, from what I know of Danvers State Hospital, it was like a fascinating but also heartbreaking place. It was just, that was a lot. For someone that you were young at the time, just starting your career, what was that like?
Well, it was very interesting, and ultimately it was somewhat traumatizing. The place was built, this huge structure was built to house like under 250 people.
Right.
And it had 9, was it 9? B, C, D. Yeah, 9 buildings that were enormous, with 3 floors, and there were, it was spacious for people to receive health care.
Right.
But then when I was there was maybe 1,200 patients there.
1,200.
1,200.
But it was built for, you said 200.
Less than 250.
Oh my goodness.
And at one time they had over 2,000 people there.
Oh my goodness.
So it became a warehouse.
Yeah.
And they essentially just medicated people or used lobotomies or shock treatments to treat people. And it wasn't much treatment. And then when I worked just a few years later in Beverly Hospital at the psych unit, it was like treatment was completely different. It was focused on individuals. There was always 2 people covering a person, plus the doctor, plus the social worker. It was coordinated method. There was a method to the treatment and the process.
It wasn't just about numbing the person out.
And keeping them warehoused. No,
yeah.
Right.
So what did that, that's a tremendous experience. What did that teach you about, trauma and resilience and the human,
So I didn't understand trauma at the time.
Okay.
I understood, what I was taught was, people have disorders and there's abnormal psychology, and think people are abnormal and people are normal. And and then if someone's abnormal, we give them a diagnosis, and that becomes like a label. And what I've learned over the years is that the labels are transient, and they shouldn't be stuck on a person.
Oh,
because people
interesting.
can change, people can heal.
Yeah, okay, that makes
and
sense.
a lot of times people are misdiagnosed. So I've had many clients who'd come in and say, yeah, I had to be hospitalized at this age, and they gave me this diagnosis. And within 20 minutes, I says, you do not have schizoaffective disorder. You have post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Wow, big difference, yes. Yeah, huge.
And, so somebody in the hospital, they saw this guy in crisis for a week, and they slapped a label on him, and then it felt like a sentence that he had to live the rest of his life under that label.
Sure.
And then I says, no, this is just all about trauma. You told me all this stuff. This is all traumatic stuff in your childhood.
Right.
And you responded in a particular way. So my sense now, because I did training with the group somatic experiencing.
Okay.
Training. This is Peter Levine's work. And his idea and what his research and his group's research have shown is that trauma is physiological and not psychological.
Physiological.
It's
in the body.
It's in the body.
Okay.
It's in the body, and it can be loosened up. And what it is that's stuck in the body is a pattern.
Okay.
So when I was 7 and when I was 9, I had 2 surgeries. And both times I went into the operating room and did not have any sedation. So I'm this kid wide awake in the operating room.
During the surgery?
No.
Oh, not during
being rolled in.
Being rolled in. Okay.
Being rolled in.
I was like,
And
whoa, wait a
I'm
minute.
not sedated. and I'm asking questions because I'm anxious.
Yeah.
And then the anesthesiologist, looks at the surgeon. And it's like, we've got to get going.
Yeah, right.
So he puts his hand on my chest, pushes this mask of ether on my face, and pushes me down. And of course, as a kid, I'm struggling.
Sure.
So the struggle got locked in my body.
Oh, that was the trauma.
That's the
and
trauma.
the physiological effect of the trauma.
And so for years, I was
right.
like this angry kid. And people didn't understand why I would act out in different ways. And my family didn't even know some of the acting out I did, as a vandal or whatever. And over the years, I had to learn. I couldn't get in trouble because it was shame on my family. So I had to figure out how to contain it.
Okay.
Which made me depressed.
Right. And you were just a kid trying to deal with all this.
A teenager.
Oh my
so
gosh,
then it made me
teenager.
depressed. And then over the years, it's like, oh, okay, if I do some embodiment work, then I can start to get this out. And then once I did the somatic experiencing training, you had to have your own somatic experiencing therapist.
Oh.
And then it was like, oh, because I had therapists for years that helped me along the way, but nobody really understood trauma the way it's understood now, that it's a physiological thing.
Right.
And not your issues aren't just psychological. So it's really helped.
Mm-hmm.
And the work I've done around 9 life energies, it's all embodiment work.
Yeah, which we do want to talk about that, definitely, the 9 life energies. But you also, I do want to mention, you have a memoir coming out, right?
It will be coming out.
It will be coming out. Okay.
I haven't sent it to publishers yet, so
okay.
It might not be out for a year.
All right,
more.
but it's about your experience working
at Danvers State Hospital.
Okay.
A lot of stories about that.
And,
and then my own trauma that I experienced there, because the place was traumatic. It traumatized.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It traumatized patients and it traumatized staff.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
There's this one person I worked with, who I went to high school with, and when I started working on the book, I wanted to verify some things. Mm-hmm. So I call him up, and he says, "Oh, I don't remember working with you." And then I showed him pictures, because the pictures are in the book. Mm-hmm. I did a photo book of it. And he goes, "Oh, yeah." And he says, "I don't remember anything from them because I was high the whole time."
Oh, no.
He smoked pot every day.
No wonder he doesn't.
But that was a way
that
to
was his cope. Yeah, all right, got
with
it.
a crazy place.
Oh, gosh. No wonder he didn't remember you. Oh, my goodness. All right, so when we talk about healing and this physiological trauma that we carry. You talk about the source of healing actually is in the body with like health and vitality and joy.
Right.
But we can't, how do we access that when we're in the trauma, when we're in that, that fear state that we're talking about? Is this what you help people with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we get overwhelmed or triggered by certain things.
Okay.
And when we get triggered, we have a pattern of behavior.
Right.
So, like in certain situations, I even noticed last year, when I'm around this person, I get sort of shut down.
Okay.
And so that's a pattern.
And you're paying attention to it, right?
So you have to notice the pattern.
Right.
And then you have to decide, I don't think I like this pattern. And then I want to change the pattern.
Then you can change it. Okay.
And then the pattern change is sometimes talking with somebody about it. And sometimes it's just get in your body, stay in your body, find a way to be in your body. So I had to find a way to be in my body when I was with this person.
I see.
And then it was like, oh, I can be with this person because I can be with them. And it's just changed. I changed the pattern.
And it changed the whole relationship that you
Yes.
have with this person. It sounds
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's great. That's a great example because I think a lot of people wouldn't notice it and then would just end the relationship and not be able to not know it, but then would continue and repeat that pattern with the
Right.
next person who was similar
Right,
to that.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Wow. So let's talk about these 9 energies that you're talking about that I'm
Okay.
so fascinated by. So explain what it is and how it works.
Well, I should probably start with the origin of it and how I learned about it. So I was in a coaching leadership program that was a residential retreat through the Coaches Training Institute in California. And they brought in these people that had been studying the Enneagram, which is a 9-type personality system, and then they noticed that there was a physical component to it.
Oh, so that's the difference. Okay, because I'm familiar with the Enneagram, but
Right.
not familiar with this. Okay.
And they
physical.
recognize that there's a 40% crossover between the Enneagram and this Enneagram of the body, which they originally called it.
Oh, okay.
And so your body would tell you what number you are. But in the Enneagram, it's your head. You read stories, you say, yeah, I'm like that, and then you pick your number.
Okay.
And so Enneagram is a cognitive choosing process where you say, I identify with that. That constellation of personality traits. And in this Enneagram of the body, which they eventually changed their name to New Equations, and they called it soul types.
Soul types. Okay.
They had this physical test where they would press on you until you could get in a place where you were effortlessly strong, where they could push with a lot of effort. And like when I was working with you,
Yes, we tried that.
I was starting to work up a sweat, and you were like, as if it was easy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know because I was just, you had said just, try to push against me pushing on you, and that's what I was doing. And
Right.
it didn't feel like, it didn't feel like any,
Right.
but that was
So
indicating to you what my number
Right.
was.
So once you got effortlessly strong, and then
Okay.
I'm pushing, it's like, I can't move you. Then that's the identify the number. And then I
Okay.
checked other postures and other ways, and you weren't effortlessly strong. I could just move you.
I gotcha. Okay.
So that was the test.
Okay.
And when I was identified, when my energy was identified, I thought, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
I can be strong. And I'm a little guy, and the guy that's pushing on me was a 6-foot guy, and it's like he wasn't
Oh.
moving me. He was
Wow.
moving me when I was doing the other
Right.
postures, but once I got in there, he couldn't move me.
Huh.
And I could feel my shoulders going back. I could feel the pressure, but it's like I'm like a tree.
Yeah.
And so that was interesting. And then there was like 20 people identified after me. And each time someone was identified, their energy, it was like this pulse of energy went out. And it was like,
Oh, from them.
from them.
Okay.
Once
so,
they got locked into their body.
then it
and got
resonated.
then
Okay.
everybody would feel it. And look around, everybody's feeling it every time somebody gets
Yeah.
identify their energy. Is like, so they get aligned with their, what they would say, aligned with your soul,
Okay.
and then you get strong. After that training, 2 of the people, of the 72 people that they trained at one time, went on and did their own thing. One in Montana and one in Norway. And I've affiliated with both of those people.
Okay. Who went on to develop this and,
They developed,
and share
like
it
the
with
one
others?
in
Okay.
Montana, she's written 2 books. Her name is Susan Bennett Fisher.
Okay.
And her books are Body of 9. You can get them on Amazon.
Okay.
And the guy in Norway, Morten Nygaard, he wrote in Norwegian. He wrote 5 books in Norwegian.
Okay.
And so we'll have one of his books translated at the end of this month or the beginning of next month.
Oh, great. Okay. So now you call it, is it the 9 humans method?
So the
9
Norway group is called 9 Humans.
9 Humans,
Using the
okay.
9 life energies.
Using the 9 life energies.
And
So basically the belief is that every one of us is one of those 9 numbers.
We're born with one of those
Born with one
energies
of those.
active in our body.
Okay. All right. So the benefit is when you know what your active number is, then it helps you in all areas of your life. How does it help you to
So
know this?
It helps you get aligned with your core so that your intuition is better,
Okay.
so that your sense of what's the best action now is better. It's also a way to interrupt the trauma patterns.
I see.
So
Okay.
if when I notice a pattern in myself, it's like, am I in my body? Usually, if I'm pulled into a trauma pattern, my energy is like diffuse. It's not tight in my
Sure.
body.
Okay. I can get that. Yep.
And so it's like if I notice, okay, I'm not in a good place. It's like for me, I focus on my forehead, and then I'm in alignment.
Oh, okay.
And I'm more present. So the purpose is to be present and be connected to self. And then if I'm present and connected to myself, I can connect with you.
Right. And that helps your relationships,
Right.
your work, your whole life. Yeah.
And then
Okay.
understanding the 9 is really important because people often have this egocentric view, like, my way of doing things is the right way.
Sure. We all think
Why
that.
is that person doing it that way?
Right.
Well, there's 9 different perspectives, so there's going to be at least 9 ways to do things.
Right.
And if we understand that, then we can say, okay, they're not like me.
Yeah.
Rather than say they're wrong, we can just
Right.
say they're not like me.
I know. That's a bit of a transition.
That's
right
a transition,
there. Like,
yes.
How do we load the dishwasher? What's the right
Right,
way?
there's a
Do you
different
put the
way.
forks up
Of
or
course.
do you put the forks down? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Some people don't care, and for some people it's very important.
Yeah, right. To have that done that way. So when you do your work and so you're doing psychotherapy, but you're also doing coaching. You're coaching executives. So, so people can come to you for all sorts of issues
yes.
or all kinds of help. Can you give some examples of why someone might come to you?
Most recently, it's around relationship issues
Okay.
and trying to understand, like, I do relationship coaching, and
Okay.
so couples will come.
So that's important because then you would help them identify one of their life energies are, or
I
maybe-
will,
Okay.
but it's not what I lead with.
Okay,
I mean,
but it's part of.
I use it here, so I look at people and I notice people and I'll get a sense of what they might be.
Okay.
And then I'll talk about differences. And on occasion, I'll meet with them in person, and because I do everything on Zoom now.
Okay.
And then I'll meet with them in person and verify my hunch. Because when I'm looking at people on Zoom, it is just a hunch.
I see.
Because it's
Okay.
the physical proximity, the connection that you have, being in people's space.
Okay.
Then it's like you experience their energy. And on Zoom,
Yeah, it's not the same.
You can to a degree, but it's not the same.
That's why I do these shows in person.
Right.
I like Zoom. It has a great place, but I really like having the personal interaction of, being with someone, hearing your story in person, I think makes a difference.
Yeah.
Definitely. So people come to you for help with relationship issues.
Mm-hmm.
And anything like work related, anything
Often,
else like,
so I've cut my practice way down.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
about, I used to have over 30 client hours a week.
that's a lot.
And
Yeah.
now I have maximum of 7.
Okay.
And often only 3 or 4. And so it's like I'm picky who I take on, and I have some clients that I've seen for a long time. But when I've worked with executives, they're always trying to deal with other people,
Right.
dealing with their, the C-suite mates, and, or dealing with their subordinates. And the point that is always made is if you want to change people, you have to change yourself.
Yeah, I do believe that, definitely. It's a little harder to take sometimes, but
Yeah.
I do believe that that's the
Right,
truth.
right.
You have to change. So you've also studied all these different, or explored all these different modalities and methodologies, everything from Christianity to Buddhism to Taoism, including psychology and coaching and trauma recovery. I mean, that's a lot. That's a wide range of experiences that you've had in all these different practices. Is there anything that you have learned that's maybe the similarities, or anything that's kind of a common thread through any of this?
Yeah. So there's the common thread is to be the best you can and treat people well.
Be the best you can, treat people well. If you can do that, then you're good.
And then there's this trust in something bigger than yourself.
Okay.
That seems to be common. So, in Christianity, Judaism, Islam, it's, trust in God.
Yep.
And what is it in Buddhism? There's a sense of divinity. You trust in the divine. And in Taoism, it's you trust in Tao, which is the divine.
The way, or the
way,
divine,
or
the way,
the,
yes.
The path of the divine, yeah.
Right,
In Taoism,
right.
it's the path of the divine.
And you also in Taoism studied is it Wu Wei?
Wu Wei, yeah.
Wu Wei,
Which
is
is
that?
the essence of what I think is the essence. I mean, I'm not a Taoist, but I think the essence of Taoism is the Wu Wei, which is living and accomplishing without force.
How do we do that?
So it's without effort, without striving.
Without
it's really
striving.
without striving. So you can have a goal.
Okay.
You can say, I want to achieve this goal. And then you can notice what shows up in the moment that will help you, achieve that goal.
And to take it, what I call inspired action.
Yes,
That's what I call
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Inspired
Okay.
or intuitive action.
Yep.
Rather than forcing it. It's like if we wanted to move this table, it's a lot of tables connected together. We could.
Right. We could use force if we wanted
but
to
we
move
could
it.
get, several people, and then it would be just so easy.
Yes, and it's much easier. So.
Or we might decide we don't even need to move it. We could just go over there ourselves.
right. You might have to do it
so
all.
So if you wait, things happen. And in the coaching training, they didn't talk about Taoism, but it was very similar. The training I received, where you would have a person and you'd find out what their agenda was, what their goal was. You'd ask them to set that agenda and then visualize being there, and then imagine how they got there, and now start that process And that imagining how you got there, working backwards.
So starting from the outcome.
Right, and you work
working
back. Well, what would
Okay.
you have needed? And then it starts to just show up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Or someone sometimes will just say, and even in the first session, this is what I want to do. Is this ridiculous to do this? And I say, no, it's not ridiculous. You want to do it. Why would it be ridiculous? Then the next time I talk to them, you wouldn't believe what happened. Someone showed up and they want me to do this with them. And it's like they just opened themselves up to the possibility, and then they saw
Right.
things that in the past they would have ignored.
All the opportunities, the
Right.
connections. I
Right.
do believe that. I believe
Yeah.
that when I have, so I I have to consciously not strive and do the striving and pushing
Right.
and efforting because I've got like all these things in my head that I'm like, I got to do this, this, and this, and I got to push it to make it happen. But I know when I consciously stop myself and I let it and I just go, okay, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to leave it to, I say, the universe or to
Right.
God. And then I notice that people start coming into my life.
Right.
I get the support that I need. I get the, the connections and it comes together and I go, oh, I don't know how that happened
Right.
because
So
I
if
didn't
you-
force it.
If you don't strive, it
Right.
starts to manifest in
It
front of you.
does. Yeah.
If it's important.
Right.
I mean, I've wanted to win the lottery and I'll buy a ticket, but that's not important.
Right.
And so it's not happening.
It's not really not something you can strive for, right? You just
Right.
buy the ticket
Well,
and
some
that's
people
it.
strive, they buy all the time.
Oh, I guess,
they
yeah.
spend lots, you become a gambler. It's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
maybe every couple months I buy a ticket. But I haven't in a while.
Right.